So guys, I'm talking about racial discrimination against Black Americans, African Americans. In 1971, this is what Bill Coby has to say about it. And I guess it's still very relevant as of today. Here's what he said.
You tell me and prove me that black people are violent and that they're going to take over, and I can open up the New York Daily News and show you white people who are killing their daughters, their husbands, their wives, their children, killing each other off. It happens. It's in the paper. If a black man does something, it says, John Jones, black this, said black, 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 and did the black, black. Now, if a white man does it, it isn't white man Jones. It's just a man. Nondescript, just a regular old raggedy man went out, killed his two daughters and his wife, and shot himself. Now, if he does that, then everybody seems to just either sympathize with it or let it go out the window. But if a black man does it, then any white bigot can point his finger and say, see that? There they go again.
So on this issue of racial discrimination, fast forward to 2020, on an interview, Akon had the perfect answer to what the blacks are facing, the plight of racial discrimination against blacks. Listen to what Akon had to say.
The system in America was never built for black people because that system has never been changed. Those documents has never been altered. These things were made back in the umpteen hundreds, and these are the same exact literature that's down today. So mind you, at the time it was made, black people was never in a position where they were, looked at as equal. So if it's the same documents that they're applying today in 2014, it wasn't meant for them.
Akon, how do you tell people who've lived for generations, centuries and centuries in one land to move back to a place they don't know? I mean,
no, but that's my point. They don't know. It starts with a visit. How many African Americans do you know actually consider Africa as a vacation spot? Not one. There's when you look at the overall population of African Americans, a very few percentage would decide to go to Africa for vacation. Would even, just for knowledge, just to know where they come from, just to get an idea of what that is. It's so much fear installed into them that they wouldn't even want to even go there to visit. You mentioned Africa, they start shaking.
So that's the reality. That's the reality. What Akon said is just the reality. It might be hard to accept, but it's the truth. And I just want to say this to all of you all there who are brave. You are in America, in a strange land, you've been born there, and yet you have to face and deal with all this racial discrimination and stuff. And yet you guys are strong, you guys are making us proud over there. We wish we could have done more. This is because part of the reasons why you go through what you go through is because we at home here, our politicians have failed us. They failed you because I'm sure if our country represented itself well, our politicians did what they ought to do, treated us rightly, I'm sure these guys over there will treat you guys rightly. The way things appears to be, it seemingly looks like you were looking for peace in another man's house when you are a neighbor and there's no peace in your house. So obviously it's a psychic thing. When you come to their land, they see you as an opportunist because they know where you come from. You guys don't treat yourself well. And we owe you guys that responsibility. But the way it seems now, I think Africans, blacks generally, we need to return back to our history. If you don't make your home perfect, trust me, nobody outside will make your home perfect. And again, I'll say this for the whites. Whatever it is and the white supremacist idea, I do not blame them because it's a competitive world. If you do not guard yourself properly, someone's going to take advantage of you. And that's what they've been doing. Our forefathers were sleeping when the world was already awake. Civilization started in Africa, Egypt precisely, but along the line, we let loose of it. And of course, opportunity came for them. They took it and they are still taking it. It's our responsibility as Africans, wherever we are, wherever you are, to start taking the responsibility of identifying yourself properly. We need to start coming back home. While the world is making Africa look like a den of warfare, is making Africa look like a place of chaos, it truly isn't really so. Now, we have to take the responsibility of letting the world know what we are, how we are at home. This is me. I'm a proud African, except for the fact that I know that our government is failing us. But yes, what I really want you guys to take out of it now, wheresoever there is a lot of issues, as they say, there's a lot of opportunities. While the world is saying Africa is shit, Africa is a shithole and whatsoever, the whole world is coming to Africa to pick resources. The whole world is coming to Africa to erect companies. And yet this is the same place they claim that is a home of destruction. There is no peace. Why are they here? The question we ought to ask ourselves, Africans in diaspora, the black Americans, those people who have never been to Africa, you should follow the advice Akon was saying. Start with a visit. Come check what Africa feels like. There are a vast array of opportunities you guys don't know, but you guys are so scared. Listen, if you do not come to see, you keep on feeding on what other people paint about Africa to you, and they will be telling you the wrong information, and you'll be feeding on that wrong information, and that makes you more prejudiced to them. That makes you their prey. That makes you their subject more than you becoming a king. They will never put you in a position for you to find your roots and be proud of who you are. It is your responsibility. It is my responsibility. So I'm just saying that we can make Africa what Africa is to be. Africa is the best continent in the world. We have all the resources. We have everything that we need to become the best continent. But because we have been mentally colonized, until now, we are still suffering from that mental colonization. Africa, we need to wake up and then take hold of our own opportunities and then utilize it to the best we can. I'll see you. I remain the Kingmaker. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube for more videos like this.